Oh, what's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys, but first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are going to be jumping into episode 22 of our Bloons Tower Defense 6 Let's Play, and for today's episode, we will be finishing up the black border for Town Center. Alright guys, so I think I've come up with a pretty fun strategy here. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to be using one of the weakest tier 5 towers in order to actually beat this map on Chimps mode, because I haven't noticed that you guys would like to see a couple of different strats, especially some more difficult strats to pull off. It's just of course, because we are going to be going with a couple of weaker tier 5s, I am going to be starting this off with the Ninja Monkey, Oben, and the Alchemist, and I'll be going into the Prince of Darkness just because I want to make sure that we can actually pull this strategy off. So guys, of course, the first thing that I'm going to be going for is I'm going to be going for my Ninja Monkey, upgrading him to Ninja Discipline with Seeking Shurikens. Now, the Ninja Monkey is a little bit of a sketchy start because it does get a little bit close there. I think on round 7, we almost have a blue balloon slip through, but luckily our Ninja Monkey is able to deal with all of the balloons. So like I was saying, we're going to be upgrading our Ninja Monkey all the way up to Sharp Shurikens. As soon as we do that, we're going to go ahead and go for our Oben. Now, with the positioning of all of these towers, they are kind of important, much like they have been in some of the recent Chimps modes, or the recent Chimps modes on this map. And that's just because we really don't have too much space to work with, so we want to make sure that we don't misplace the tower or any of that other fun stuff. Alright guys, so basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go ahead and place down all of the towers, that way you guys know what the starting positions are, and then I'm going to end up doing a fast forward bit all the way up until round 40. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and grab our Oben. As soon as we get our Oben down, then we're pretty much going to be good to go. The only thing we need to place now is just, of course, going to be our Alchemist. But before we place down our Alchemist, I am going to be upgrading our Ninja Monkey up to double shot. So again, as soon as I can afford to do that, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. While we are saving up the money to go ahead and buy a double shot and our Alchemist, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on this series so far. You guys have been absolutely crushing it. That being said, if at any point you guys find this video enjoyable, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. Anyways, guys, we're almost there. We just need a little bit more money, and then we can afford to place down our Alchemist. And then we can go ahead and get into a little bit of a speedy bit. Alright, so here's our Alchemist, and now the next thing that I'm going to be doing once I place down this Alchemist is I'm going to be upgrading him to a tier 2. As soon as I get him upgraded to Acidic Mixture Deck, then of course I'm going to be upgrading my Ninja Monkey all the way up to Bloon Jitsu, and then I'm going to be upgrading the Alchemist all the way up to Stronger Stimulant. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a skippy bit, and I'll see you guys here in just a second.
Let us detonate tonight.
Alright guys, here we are on round 41, and as you guys can see, we have our Bloon Jitsu Ninja Monkey, we have our Alchemist, and of course I said I was going to be going for the Prince of Darkness, so there's not much else that we need to do. I did end up getting not good placement on my Wizard Monkey here, as just you guys can tell, because the Wall of Fire is being placed on the right path opposed to being placed on the left path. Now, it's not the end of the world, but when you're placing down your Wizard Monkey, you generally want to place him as far to the left as he'll go, because of course the Wall of Fire will end up placing on whichever pathway it's actually closest to. Unfortunately, again, I got a little bit of bad placement here, but luckily it's not going to make too big of difference, because as soon as we get our Wizard Monkey upgrade to the Prince of Darkness, we're pretty much, I don't want to say GG's, because we still have a lot of work to do, but all of that work is going to come during the late game. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the point where I have the Prince of Darkness. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I do. Alright guys, here we are on round 56, and as you guys can see, we can now officially afford to buy our Prince of Darkness. So now that we have the Prince of Darkness, this is where the fun part begins. So the first thing that we're going to start off by doing is we're going to be grabbing ourselves a monkey village. With this monkey village, we are going to be placing it as far down and as far to the right as we can get it. We really don't need to worry too much about any balloons slipping through, because of course we do have our Prince of Darkness, and our Prince of Darkness is going to be able to take care of all of the balloons while we make sure that we get this perfect placement. Now that we have the first monkey village down, we're going to go ahead and come over here and we're going to grab ourselves a second one. And with this second one, I'm going to go ahead and place it a little bit up and canted to try and make it as close to our other towers as we can possibly get it. But there we go. Now that we have our two monkey villages down, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the double discounts on all of our towers, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and come over here to this monkey village, and we're going to upgrade it to a bigger radius. Now that we have all of this down, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to grab ourselves a Druid. With this Druid, we are going to place it as far down in this little spot right here as we can get it. Like so, that way we know it's going to be being buffed by our Oban as well as our two villages. So now, at this current point in time, the only thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be upgrading our monkey village to a radar scanner. We are going to be buying jungle drums. And now we are going to be spending all of our money to upgrade our Druid all the way up to the Spirit of the Forest. So guys, it's going to take us a while in order to get all of the money to afford the Spirit of the Forest. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick speedy bit all the way up until the point where I can afford to buy it, because it is a little bit on the expensive end. So guys, again, sit back, relax, and I'll see you guys here in just a second. Alright guys, here we are on round 81, and as you guys can see, we can now afford to buy the Spirit of the Forest. So now that we have the Spirit of the Forest, we are not out of the woods yet. The Spirit of the Forest is a relatively weak tier 5. The only reason why I say that is because I really wish that his thorns on the path did like one more damage, because once we start getting into like round 97, 98, and 99, the Spirit of the Forest definitely falls off pretty bad. So the next thing that I want to go for is I want to go for the MIB. The reason why I want to go for the MIB is because, of course, if we did not have the MIB, then the Spirit of the Forest would not be able to pop lead balloons. So now that we have the MIB, the next thing that I want to go for is, because our Moab popping power is extremely weak between the Prince of Darkness and between the Spirit of the Forest, I'm going to go ahead and help our Spirit of the Forest out by grabbing myself a Super Monkey. Now with this Super Monkey, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it to the Dark Knight. And because I'm placing it within range of our two monkey villages here, we are going to get quite a bit of a discount on not only the Dark Knight, but we're also going to get quite a bit of a big discount on the Laser Blast and the Plasma Blast as well. So I'm actually going to be going for two Super Monkeys here, and the reason why I'm going to be going for two Super Monkeys is, of course, because, like I was saying, our Moab damage is extremely low. So in order to make up for the low Moab damage, two Dark Knights upgrade to the top pathway should be enough in order to deal with all of the Moab balloons, especially round 97 and round 100. Those are going to be the two rounds that are going to be kind of rough for our composition here to deal with. Alright, so as soon as we can afford to buy our Plasma Blast, we're going to go ahead and buy it. There we go. So now that we have our Plasma Blast, the next thing that I want to go for is I'm going to go ahead and go for a second Dark Knight. What I'm going to be doing with this first Dark Knight is I'm actually going to be swapping him over to only targeting strong. Because I want to make sure that we pop all of the ZOMGs, because if we pop all of the ZOMGs, the rest of our towers should be able to deal with whatever balloons are left. Especially since I'm going to be going for a second Dark Knight. The only thing that is kind of a little bit on the sketchy side here is if our Prince of Darkness is going to be able to get enough undead balloons in order to fill up his graveyard. But because we're getting quite a bit of ZOMGs now, our Dark Knight should have more than enough in his undead graveyard in order to refill it. Alright, so like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and go for a second Dark Knight here. I'm going to go ahead and place it as low as we can get it here. Then I'm just going to be upgrading it to the same exact pathway that I upgraded my last one to. And because we are getting a little bit later in the rounds, we are getting quite a bit more money a little bit faster. And then as soon as I get this second Dark Knight, I'm gonna go ahead and grab ourselves a little bit of stall as well. Because it would be nice to be able to stall some of these balloons down, especially when we get to round 95. So here is our second Dark Knight. Again, we're going to be upgrading it to the same exact pathway. Hopefully we get enough money to go ahead and grab ourselves a glue gunner as well. But if we can't, it's not going to be the end of the world, because we do have two Dark Knights, which should be able to deal enough damage to the BTD balloons in order to allow our Spirit of the Forest to finish up popping them. Alright, and here's our Plasma Blast. So now that we have our Plasma Blast, I'm going to go ahead and go for the glue gunner, like I was saying. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it right here so it has the camo detection. On top of that, I'm also going to upgrade to primary training to go ahead and give it a little bit of a bigger radius as well. Ooh, look, we got level 63. It's actually crazy that we're only on our third map and we're already level 63. I'm actually kind of wondering what level we're gonna be once we get the once we get all the beginner maps black bordered. All right, and there we go. So now that we have the glue gunner, the next thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna grab primary mentoring as well, just to go ahead and give our glue gunner a little bit bigger range. Now that we have all of these towers down, the last thing that I'm gonna end up going for is I'm gonna go ahead and go for a monkey sub. And I say the last thing, but if we can afford to buy like a sniper monkey or a carpet of spikes, or not a carpet of spikes, but a middle path spike factory spike storm, then we'll go ahead and go for that as well, because the spike storm would help out quite a bit, especially for round 100. Alright, so here we are, round 96. We are absolutely crushing it so far. We're actually getting quite a bit of money super fast, so we're definitely going to be able to afford the tier 4 monkey sub. Again, the only balloon that I'm a little bit worried about is going to be the bad balloon, but hopefully we can time our first strike correctly and we can get this first try. I would really hate to do a home reset here, because it would mean that we would have to redo the entire thing and get the black border on the second try. So I'm going to try and wait as long as I possibly can before I actually pop my first strike. Hopefully having these two Dark Knights will give us enough popping power in order to actually pop the bad balloon and give us a little bit of wiggle room just in case we mistime the first strike. Alright, and man, it's so crazy that I'm actually getting this to work, because like I was saying, the Spirit of the Forest is a relatively weak power to work with. Alright, 98 is getting a little bit sketchy here. Luckily, we are able to deal with the balloons. If we did not have the Prince of Darkness here, I have a strong feeling that we would have definitely lost by now. Alright, we have $95,000 left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a Spike Storm just to go ahead and give us that little bit of extra bad popping power. And the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pop this Spike Storm, and I'm going to wait as long as I possibly can before I activate the first strike. Unfortunately, we really don't have enough money to go ahead and upgrade it to advanced intel to give us that little bit of extra popping power, but it should be perfectly all right once the bad balloon starts getting towards the end of the track here. All right, we're getting closer to the end of the track, and the bad balloon looks like it's not taking enough damage yet. I'm gonna wait just a little bit before I pop the first strike. I'm gonna wait until it rounds this corner here, and hopefully, oh no, we mistimed it. Hopefully we can hold out here. Darn it. And we mistimed our first strike, and we have to do the home reset, which means that we're gonna get the gold border instead of the black border, guys. But it's all right. I'll go ahead and go back and get the black border here in a second. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun with the strategy here. It's all right. All right, so let's just go ahead and grab the white hot spikes. I think I need to wait until the bad balloon gets all the way up to this corner here before I activate the first strike. It was really close to popping on the first try, but actually, guys, I think this is the first gold border. No, actually, like my third. Alright, so let's just go ahead and activate our spike storm again really quick. And hopefully we activate it again at the right time here. Man, I can't believe I did that. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate it as soon as it hits that corner there. There we go. Alright, so if you guys are following along, just wait until the bad balloon hits that top corner there, activating the spike storm twice. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways, guys, if you guys are watching it the day I upload this video, I will be live over on Twitch at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing some Goose Duck. So if that's something that sounds fun to you guys, feel free to go ahead and swing over there. But anyways, guys, you know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives, and I will see you guys in the next one.